Buenos dias, namaste. This is a short introductory video on how to perform Nauli Kriya. It's an often misunderstood and under-practiced Kriya. It is used to engage digestive fire in the Manipura chakra area of the belly. This is representative of our fear center in the body, and it's a remarkable practice. It does tend to work if you're ever in a moment of doubt or fear, or a sense of loss even. It's usually attached to a little fear that we're not quite realizing at this moment. So to nip it in the bud and to get over the initial emotional response of fear, I found this to be a useful practice. So I'm going to just explain it briefly before I demonstrate it. What we're going to do is exhale completely and then engage Uddiyana Bandha with bent legs. So that's drawing in the abdominal muscles, lifting all of the organs in and upwards through the spine towards the heart. And then with that engagement, we can then engage Mula Bandha, which is the pelvic floor muscles. So it's the sensation of stopping, needing a wee and trying to poo at the same time. And you'll see what happens to the belly. I'm just going to demonstrate these first two parts to you. Exhale. Inhale. So hopefully you could see it with the sunlight being quite close to midday here in Fuerteventura, and what was happening there was the engagement on the exhalation, and then the engagement of first Uddiyana Bandha, the navel lock, and then Mula Bandha, which is the anal lock. It's actually more about a perennial lock. Rather than just squeezing the anal sphincter, what we're doing is engaging a whole host of muscles. So if you don't understand exactly what Mula Bandha is yet, try practicing Warrior 1 or Parshvottasana. So it's a pose where your hips want to move in the direction of the legs. And say you had your right foot forwards, you'd want to pull that right hip backwards and the left hip forwards, so that you get this sort of engagement down there in the pelvic floor. And this is an inkling into what Mula Bandha is. You'll know that you've engaged it because Uddiyana Bandha, quite simple to engage really. It's like pretending to inhale. Everything gets sucked in. You're drawing the ribs open, but without actually making the inhalation itself. So then the second part is Mula Bandha. And you'll notice that Mula Bandha is engaged when the rectus abdominis pops out by itself, and the rest, the transverse abdominis, and therefore all the internal organs stay lifted upwards and inwards. So then the next stage is to gently apply pressure from one arm to the other. And as you're pressing into the knees, you'll get more of a sense of the engagement of Mula Bandha. And when pressing down the arms, you'll really see that rectus abdominis pop out clearly. But then I'm going to demonstrate the full Nauli Kriya, where we move pressure from one arm to the other. It's easier standing. You can do it. You can do it sitting when you're a bit more advanced. So, exhaling completely, pretending to inhale. And relaxing before taking the inhale.